What they're trying to do is make it to where they can do international cross-border payments much faster. So Bitcoin and XRP are both what we know as networks of value.
Well, I think the first thing is probably he's going to get a new SEC chair. Someone else who is not going to be quite so hostile to the industry, isn't going to sue all of the best companies in the space. Well, Trump was the only one that was really clear about it. I mean, Harris only spoke to cryptocurrency one time at one speech, and it was really vague. Whereas, like, I watched Trump in Nashville say, Bitcoin's going to go to the moon if you elect me. That's a much clearer statement.
I think there definitely are forces that would like to push pause. One of the things I discovered at Ripple when working with banks is that the big banks, who everybody thinks like the system is all set up to favor the big banks and they've got the whole system rigged and everything. That's true. But
put a native token in there, and you give them the native token. So there may be other incentive ways to beat the current monopolist. They're also always thinking about how to ensure that there's a check to slow down your startup from gaining market power 5, 10, and 15 years from now. They don't want you to be the next clearinghouse,
or the time lag, really.
Well, it's 5 to 7 days is how long it takes for these things to actually settle. With XRP, it settles in 30 seconds.
Entire crew is go. Enjoy the ride, pal.
Maggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the sub guy Jason Barron in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Last time Trump got inaugurated, January 20th, 2017. XRP, 350 days later. 70,000% gains. Will history repeat? XRP in the 2016 halving cycle, presidential election cycle, outperforming all the Chinese coins, outperforming everything. Here we are once again. Trump's getting inaugurated January 2025. Watch out for XRP. The best is still yet to come. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades, buckle up, because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 2.69 trillion, up about 0.6% in the past 24. We got XRP currently in that 7th spot, right around 55, 56 cents. Stellar XLM right around 10 cents. We got BTC 76,430. ETH right around 29, right underneath 3,000. We got Flare Networks 0.013 Axelar right around 75 cents. XDC right beneath 3 cents. Songbird 00538. We got Fiat leak to pop things off Ripple. XRP sees gains amidst the ongoing SEC appeal. Doge market cap challenge and the rising institutional interest with a potential XRP ETF on the horizon as the crypto-friendly voices grow in Congress. XRP futures remain a topic of close watch. XRP 55 cents, 555. We got Big Brad Garland House congratulating Donald Trump. He says for the first 100-day checklist to get things moving, fire Gary Gensler day one, no delays. In his place, appoint Giancarlo Brooks or Gallinger. They'd be massive upgrades in rebuilding the rule of law and reputation at the SEC. Host a family dinner and get the R's and D's moving the digital asset market structure bill forward in the Senate. And last but not least, can we get some clarity similar to XRP and BTC that ETH is not a security, right? Best is still yet to come. XRP, the only digital asset with utility with legal clarity, made in America. Another one from Brad Garland House. If you needed even more clear evidence that the crypto voter is alive and well, here it is in the data. I hope the Dems find a way to hold Gary Gensler accountable for ignoring the law. Responding to Meta Lawman, we got Warren wins by 19.2% presidential race in Mass. Harris wins by 24.8%. Deaton outperformed Trump by 4%, so the 100,000 non-Trump supporters cast their ballots for Deaton. XRP drops. Who funded the presidential elections 2020, 2024, 2021 marked the beginning of the new era for crypto. FTX Ripple becoming one of the biggest donors in 2024. From stifling American innovation, from XRP becoming the new financial backbones, the new financial rails, pipelines to the new financial system. We got Freddie Riz, my thoughts on how Donald Trump win changes the Ripple appeal timeline. It's good news, and from a pure crypto perspective, thank heaven he won. We know Trump is aware of the case from the X post by Stu Alderati. We know there are about to be extreme changes at the SEC, but probably not in effect until March last April. While I think it's unrealistic to expect the case to be flat out dismissed, this goes for any already filed cases. We can finally talk about the settlement being a very realistic possibility, and there are two scenarios I'm thinking. One, the current SEC regime realizes that where the Ripple case stands right now, institutional sales illegal, $125 million fine is the best it is going to get, and it still hurt the crypto industry, so to get it in before the new leadership hammer drops. Two, new SEC regime in spring of 2025 recognizes this whole case was idiotic and settles at the point for less than the SEC has now. This might include a reduction in the fine and an agreement that the current sales of XRP by Ripple are sufficiently structured to not be an investment contract. Bottom line, I no longer think we'll be waiting until 2026 for this shit show to be over. Couple of things to note is Jay Clayton dropped a lawsuit on his last day at the end of December 2020. We'll also be diving into the chart and showing you how last time Trump was inaugurated, January 20th, 2017, XRP took home the prize, the best performing digital asset, over 70,000% gains. Eleanor Terrace says reach out to the SEC to ask whether Gary Gensler plans to finish out the year as head of the agency or step down ahead of Donald Trump's inauguration in January. The spokesperson declined to comment. Bye-bye, Gary. We had the Digital Pound Foundation BIS departure from Enbridge, a strategic exit or a political move. Last week, the BIS announced it's stepping back from the Enbridge, a major CBDC project, handing it over to central banks to China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and the UAE. Saudi Arabia, Augustin Carson's general manager of the BIS, stressed it wasn't due to politics, but the project's maturity. Yet recent BRICS sanctions discussion have raised questions. Could Enbridge still be seen as a tool to bypass sanction? Or is it simply a successful handover? We got DAI, Digital Asset Buy on X, officially proposing a U.S. XRP reserve. The government will then have the scarcity of Bitcoin, but the speed and the low cost of the greatest digital asset ever created. XRP, made in America.
Well, I think the first thing is probably he's going to get a new SEC chair. Someone else who is not going to be quite so hostile to the industry, isn't going to sue all of the best companies in the space. And I think on that question is just what happens to all these lawsuits and threats of lawsuits. Do a lot of settlements happen? Do they just get thrown out? Because, these companies need to know that they can move forward. So I think that's the first thing. He's also said he wants all the Bitcoin to be mined here in the US. That might be a tougher task than he can pull off, but maybe get some more of it here. So that would probably please the American miners.
Yeah, indeed. We might see a lot more bathhouses like we've seen in Brooklyn pop up.
That's right.
Instance. All the yeah, exactly. All these things considered, it seems like there was a growing bipartisan move as well to create a Bitcoin reserve. What's the reality that we see both sides of the aisle actually come together over that?
Yeah, the Bitcoin reserve. I don't know. That's a really interesting question. I mean, as Trump pointed out, they could start it really easy by just not selling all the Bitcoin that they have. Will they start to buy more is, I think, a much larger question. That's super risky. But yeah, folks on both sides of the aisle are at least tentatively interested in doing it. So I guess we'll just have to see. But it looks likely that the U.S. isn't going to sell the Bitcoin that it seized for some time.
Brady, it's so interesting and a great point that Brad brought up just about the fact that we saw bipartisan support, it seems like, from Harris and also obviously from Trump when it comes to the future of crypto within the country. I'm curious then, why are we seeing such a surge this morning under a Trump victory? Talk to us a little bit more about that correlation.
Well, Trump was the only one that was really clear about it. I mean, Harris only spoke to cryptocurrency one time at one speech, and it was really vague. Whereas, I watched Trump in Nashville say, Bitcoin's going to go to the moon if you elect me. That's a much clearer statement, And so I think that's really it. He said things that he will and won't do, whereas we never got that from Harris. So markets like certainty, and they like that they've given him answers ahead of time.
Do you think?
I'm still not buying the Bitcoin narrative, and there's still a lot of questions to be answered. Like, one, who created it? Can it really scale? What happens if someone takes over 51% of the mining? 51% attack? XRP, hidden in plain sight. And there's X. I think there's definitely are forces that would like to push pause. There are like 5 big banks, David Schwartz on the largest banks, and how they would like to keep control of the financial system. Example, pushing Bitcoin and ETH.
I think there definitely are forces that would like to push pause. One of the things I discovered at Ripple when working with banks is that the big banks, who everybody thinks like the system is all set up to favor the big banks and they've got the whole system rigged and everything. That's true, but there's like 5 big banks.
Sure.
And then there's 2,000, like your local community bank feels the same way about big banks as you do. You know what I mean? Like, because they are like constrained to use, a financial system that's rigged in favor of the very, very largest. But if you're not one of those small handful, they're not super happy with the way the system is either. They would obviously prefer to be higher up in the sort of financial pecking order. And so that's something that you can kind of exploit. It's surprising who your allies will be.
Did the big banks push pause on the XRP ledger and give BTC and ETH more time to catch up, because they can control Bitcoin and ETH? We also had Gensler singing a similar tune.
Real monopolist with another central monopolist. A lot of commercial banks aren't terribly excited about that. Maybe you're going to have to give some ownership. Maybe you'll have to give 50% of your ownership to the 20 banks that are now, part of this. I mean, there are other ways to build incentive systems. Maybe you put a native token in there and you give them the native token. So there may be other incentive ways to beat the current monopolist. But I, having been around commercial banks for a long time, they really are looking for ways to replace their aggregators in their back office, whether it's clearing, settlement, exchanges, credit agencies. But they are deeply understanding, because they are pretty ambitious and very good at making money as well. They deeply understand that every idea that's pitched to them is somebody who currently is small but wants to get big and gain market power. So they're also always thinking about how to ensure that there's a check to slow down your startup from gaining market power 5, 10, and 15 years from now. They don't want you to be the next clearinghouse like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange or Intercontinental Exchange. They don't want you to be the next central node of market power. So you might share some of that with them, or you might find it.
They push pause on the XRP ledger, but the plans aren't working, because plans within plans within plans. XRP, not a security. We got Crypto Insights UK. I did not realize Ben Armstrong shilled XRP to Donald Trump Jr. for this. I thank you.
We also got coins like XRP that are working to change the banking system. XRP is a coin that, what they're trying to do is make it to where they can do international cross-border payments much faster. So Bitcoin and XRP are both what we know as networks of value. So SWIFT system that runs the banking system right now, the international transfers, cross-border payments, it's a network of information. So when something is happening on the SWIFT system, somebody's got to come in on the back end and do all the work.
Yeah. Well, so if you're dealing with time differences and everything 100%. Else, like you would in an international transaction, that creates the headache.
Well,
or the time lag, really.
Well, it's 5 to 7 days is how long it takes for these things to actually settle. With XRP, it settles in 30 seconds because it's a network of value.
Bitcoin isn't a real store of value. It's all a smokescreen. The real store of value is in the settlement and messaging all in one. The bridge asset, XRP, distributed ledger. Technology. First, we had the Internet of Information. Now welcome to the Internet of Value. Don't forget to check out Fruition Productions and pre-order XRP Unleashed coming up on the 21st. Also, don't forget to get your tickets for the XRP Unleashed premiere. We still got tickets available in Boston, New York City, Washington, D.C., and it looks like the rest of them are sold out. Atlanta, Georgia sold out. Houston, Texas sold out. Arizona sold out. LA sold out. Links down below, fruitionproductions.com. And you can also pre-order XRP Unleashed digital copy being released and launched November 21st, 6 p.m. PST. Also, unmatched security perfected with fingerprint technology. Secure your assets with Descent Wallet, the world's first biometrically secure cryptocurrency hardware wallet. The best wallet for XRP, XLM, XDC, Flare, Songbird. Supports the most popular mainnets, including Bitcoin, ETH, the XRP Ledger, and more. 64 mainnets, 36 plus 100 cryptocurrencies. Links down below for the Bagman discount on the single pack. Also the double pack. Descent wallets, not your keys, not your crypto. We got one from Mustache All-Season Index. Textbook inverse head and shoulders, which has formed over the years. It's only a matter of time before it finally breaks out to the upside. We got Dark Defender. Hi there, XRP bounced from our blue support level and touched the Ichimoku weekly clouds. We're still in alignment with the 5-wave structure. The weekly RSI is about to signal a golden cross. With this golden cross and above the Ichimoku clouds where 6649 stands, XRP will make history. This is the most significant milestone towards the $1.88 and 585, 589. And we got Mikey Bull Crypto alt season officially about to start. Current level kicked off alt season in 2016 and 2020. With that being said, Batman Bag Ladies, the last time Trump took office was during the 2016 BTC halving cycle and the 2016 presidential election. As you can see here, January 20th, 2017 is when Trump got inaugurated, and about 60 days later led the start of the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes, and XRP rising more than 76,000% in a little under 350 days. XRP taking home the best performing digital asset American made in the 2016 BTC halving cycle, 2016 presidential election cycle. 60 days after it started, 350 days, 76,000% gains. Will history repeat? We got Donald Trump, January 2025 inauguration happening once again, 8 years later. XRP versus the Chinese coins, TikTok. With that being said, Batman Bag Ladies, it took 349 days after Trump's first presidency in January 2017 for XRP to rise 40,000% to its all-time high. Now Donald Trump becomes America's first Bitcoin president. What impact will this have on XRP's bull run in 2025? Also, don't forget that Donald Trump likes American-made cryptocurrencies like XRP, faster, cheaper, more efficient. And also, if we go back to this Marvin Gaye post that was dropped around 2018, 2019, looks like the plans within plans are starting to come to fruition. XRP, free the standard, drain the swamp. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Big bags, data glitches. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on her, you get sprayed round here.